Hey everybody, it's Aquila, and this is the Lefty and Air Podcast, episode 99. 99! That's crazy. Alright, so my name's Aquila, I live in Baltimore, with my husband, my daughter, my cats, and yeah, this podcast is all about yarny stuff. So, also uploaded to this channel are videos my husband is learning, he's teaching himself how to acid dye yarns. So, if you want to check those out, go for it. Sorry, I feel like there's a hair in my eye. Of course I start, and this is what happens. Okay. I upload videos every Saturday from clips throughout the week of all the things that I've been working on, and sometimes a little bit of other things that is happening just in life. So, thank you to everyone who comments, thank you to all my returning viewers, thank you to any new subscribers who are coming to this channel from other recommendations. I'm not even quite sure how some people find my channel, through word of mouth, etc. But yes, thank you for thumbs up, thank you for commenting, thank you for sharing. I really appreciate it. I just love this community so much, and I love creating, and so, yeah. Today is Monday, January 11th. Yes, 2021, just in case we need to know that. Alright, so today is going to be a crazy day ahead of me. I have a feeling we are migrating our work to the cloud. This is like work related, sorry. So I have a feeling we had logged on over the weekend, my department, and we all seemed to be okay, but already this morning I'm getting messages that they're not able to get in. So I'm like, oh great, this is going to be fun. So we'll see where that takes us. But I'm going to insert some video right here somewhere, and yeah, because I need to preface what I'm going to show you with the previous video. So here we go. All right. This is going to be inserted somewhere in my video, and I'm not quite sure because I haven't done my intro yet. So, I have started spinning this up. I don't know what the fiber content is. I'm pretty sure it's some sort of wool and maybe silk. I'm not sure. It's not like super slippery, but I've never really spun with silk before, so I don't know. I want to thank Danielle for commenting on my last video about how I can use my regular bobbins on my jumbo flyer. This is not my jumbo flyer. I have not changed it out yet. I still only have the one jumbo bobbin, and my plan with this yarn sorry, family. My plan with this yarn was to spin kind of like an art yarn, a thick, thin, kind of fun, lumpy, bumpy, slubby yarn. And so I'm doing singles on my regular bobbins, and then I'll switch it out and apply the whole thing, which was only 2 ounces, so I really didn't need my jumbo flyer, but I didn't think about that at the time, and then I weighed it and it was like, oh, I only have 2 ounces. But this is the yarn. So I'm pretty sure my friend Carrie had given this to me, and she might have even dyed it, I'm not sure. She was destashing a bunch. Now she had already pre-drafted it, so it's awfully skinny, and not quite what I think I needed to do like a chunky, like slubby yarn. Not so much slubby, I don't know, like thick, thin. And because it's already drafted thin, it's hard to get thicker, like, pieces. I know I could probably have doubled this up and done it, but it's okay. I'm just going with it. I've never really done this before, so it's all kind of fun for me to just play. I plan on giving this to my sister-in-law if she likes it, because I had gifted her some small weaving pieces and some already like pretty weaving yarn that somebody else had made. But I thought it would be fun to use up some of my stash to play and maybe gift her some more yarns for her weavings. So this is the other half, because I split it in half. It was a total of 62 grams, which is about 2 1/4 ounces. So I'm only getting like about 1 ounce per single. So it's not going to be a ton of this anyway, but for a weaving, it's going to be great because you don't need a ton for a weaving. You know, if it's a smaller weaving, you don't. So I'm going to continue to spin up my singles here, and this one is actually almost done. it was connected, sorry. The rest, this is what's left of the half. So I'm gonna finish this up, and I will most likely have a finished skein to show you guys for this podcast, for this episode, I mean. So, wish me luck! Okay, so I did finish spinning both of those bobbins. I didn't have to put it on my jumbo because I knew it was only 2 ounces, and I knew that would fit plied even on my regular bobbins. So I washed it, whacked it, whatever you do, and I feel like I achieved the look I was going for. I was looking for a kind of fluffy, not really high twist spun yarn that could be used for weaving. I think I'm going to send this, like I said, I believe I said this in the previous video, to my sister-in-law. I got her some weaving supplies, so I feel like I achieved that. I'm not a fan of the colors so much, but that's just my preference. I mean, they are jewel tones, and I don't hate jewel tones, but I feel like these are really, really muted. And then there's definitely some spots that are really, really unspun, which is okay too, because in a weaving you kind of want like that different texture going on. So without further ado, I did a 2-ply spin, and it's all together now, and I didn't measure how much yardage I got. So, but I do believe I achieved what I was going for. So, I could undo this so you can kind of see. It is nice and fluffy. It is all kinds of texture going on there. I didn't want a whole lot of really tightly spun stuff, so I was really going for a lot of flubby, slubby type looks. So, there you go. That's what I have. So, I have to send her a picture and see if she even likes it, and if she doesn't, it'll just go into my hand spun pile of stuff. I don't have a whole lot of hand spun. I want to do more, and I actually want to do more of this so I can weave more. I mean, I do want to spin really precise yarns also that I can knit like socks with. I'm not really quite there yet, but yeah. The only other thing I have to show you is the back flap sleeper that I've been making for the photographer. And I am done all the knitting. All the knitting is done. I have to do some weaving in some ends, some tidying up some holes like at the armpit, you know, all those types of places. And then I gotta put buttons on it. And I have to block the actual like butt flap part because it is curling, because it is just a piece of stockinette. And then I'll sew all my buttons on. I still have all my waist yarn in, so you kind of have to ignore that too, because I don't take that out until I know I'm completely satisfied with it. Like if I needed to rip the arms out or something. So, to show you this is even difficult because there are pieces everywhere. So here's the top. You guys have seen this part. So there's going to be buttons on this. I finished both little arms, and they just have a purl bump edge. This is that waist yarn I'm talking about. That's going to come out. You can really see it on the side because it's the orange part. And then it has the gusset is now sewn up in the crotch area. It has 2 little feet and a lot of ends. So, and then of course it's going to have the buttons for the butt flap, and that's super cute. And that still has waist yarn too. I haven't taken that off. I'm just a little, I don't take my waist yarn out until the end of a project, like ever. Because if I need to redo a sleeve or something, and I need to rip that whole sleeve out, at least my stitches are still there and saved on the waist yarn. So that's just what I do. I mean, you do you, boo, right? So, I'm excited about this. Like I said, I gotta try to block this. I might just try to steam block it, and then figure out where I gotta put those buttons on. Oh my god, it just looks like a crazy hot mess, doesn't it, with all these ends, but it's gonna be so cute. And I did buy buttons. I didn't show you guys these buttons yet because I hadn't done any more progress. I have 8 of these buttons. I didn't want something shiny, so I got these. Are they gonna focus? Of course not. Come on, there we go. So they are They're 1 millimeter off from what the pattern called for. Pattern called for 17 millimeter. I couldn't find 17 millimeter at all at the store, and I wasn't gonna just go order it online. 16 is fine. I took this with me. It fits through the holes. I tested it. I put it through a hole. Here, I can do that. I can show you what it will look like because I thought they were actually really cute. I looked at some other ones that were like more just pearl looking. They were all white, and I didn't want that much of a contrast. Oh, I just ripped the button off. Okay, throw that in there. Did not mean to do that. Technical difficulties show. Okay, there. That'll give you an idea of what it's gonna look like on this. I think that looks nice. It's not too contrasty. I didn't want it to take away from the actual sleeper, but I think the buttons still need to be visual. You need to see them because I think that's part of the cuteness of it. So I just didn't want them to stand out too much. That was not the look I was going for. So maybe by the end of the episode, I will be able to show you this finished sleeper. So that's all I have for you for today. I gotta go see the craziness that's happening at work right now. Yeah, I'm wearing my sheep and wool sweatshirt that I got. I don't even know how many years ago. Does it have a year? No. Nope. I don't know what year it was, but look how cute they are. It's a beautiful picture. So, all right. Hopefully, this is, did I say Maryland sheep and wool? New York sheep and wool? The Rhinebeck one? Sorry. All right. Now I need to really get to work. All right. Today is January 14th and it's Thursday. I have been working on cranking socks on my machine. So let me preface this. I signed up for Sock TV. So Sock TV is recorded in a studio, in like a recording studio. They have multiple cameras and do all that. And it's Jamie Mayfield and Ron is the cameraman, and she's just hilarious if you catch any of her videos. So every Friday, Central Standard Time at 9 a.m., you can watch her live on the knitting sock machine. You can text in, you can call in, etc. But to get all the videos that they've recorded, I think it's like 200 they keep in their archive, it's a $10 fee a month. Now, you have to sign up every month. They won't keep hitting you like a gym. So you have to go in and sign up every month. So I signed up and just did $30 and got 3 months because I know I'm going to keep referencing back at this point because I am trying to learn all the things I can. So I have some of the videos I was watching were, again, heels and toe videos. And then I watched a video on how to do Russian joins, which if you've done a Russian join in hand knitting, it's practically the same thing. You're just putting it on your machine. So I have some examples to show you. They're going to be hard to see because the ends are all like already tucked in and trimmed. And then also doing color changes. Oh, that's like the Russian join. And then I actually fixed a drop stitch yesterday. So previously, if I dropped a stitch, I just took the whole thing off the machine. And then after that, I was like, all right, I'm going to attempt to fix it. And then I haven't had any successful attempts to fix a drop stitch. So yesterday, I fixed my first drop stitch, and it was successful on the machine while it was still on the needles on the cylinder. I can't remember the next thing I was going to talk about, like, in my learning experience. Dang it. Oh well. Okay, so I finished this pair of socks. I have been doing a folded cuff or hung hem on the machine. So you crank so many rows, say 30, and then when you fold it up and hang the first row of stitches on your 30th row of stitches, you get a 15 row hung hem. So same thing when you do a double brimmed hat, it's the same concept. So here's where my first line of stitches would have been, and when I hung them up on the 30th row, you get like a thicker fabric because it's double layered at the top, Let me throw this on the sock blocker. I have 2 of these. Now this one, can't remember which one it was. So one of these I had on the cone ready to go. The other I had already cranked attempting to make a sock, and then it didn't happen. So I actually ripped out the tube that I had. So it was all pre-knitted. This one feels more lumpy and bumpy. So I think it's this one. I can't remember the yarn. It's a Joann's box store. It's not Heart and Soul, like Mani Petty or one of those. So both of these I did all on the machine. I did the hung hems, I did the short row heels, I cranked the foot, and then I did the short row toe. Oh, that's the other thing I learned. That's why I kept this second sock not done on the other pair. Both of these are Kitchenered on the top of the toe. Now I've been watching videos on Kitchenering at the bottom of the toe. There's also, so my Kitchener is right here. And I've been watching, or I want to watch a video on doing a toe-up sock. That's gonna be, I wanna watch a video and see if I can do that. Pause while my husband answers his work phone. Sorry. It's okay.
Hold on.
Okay. So there's the Kitchener on the top of that. So again, you get like, and even...
calls while I was in my meeting.
You're still loud. So you still get the 2, you're cranking this side, you're doing the short row, you're increasing again, and then you're Kitchenering. So this is obviously where it's Kitchenered because you have the purple on both sides there. Sorry, I'm covering my mouth. I didn't mean to do that. So when you have like a striped sock, you're losing your stripes. Like this would have been a stripe, right? One of these thin stripes, but you lose it because it ended up on the heel. Okay, the other thing, because I had not done enough research, you can do the Kitchener stitch straight from your waste yarn. I was very, it was like magic. I previously, so here's a second set of socks. Now these are, I'm calling them Monster Mash socks because I had cones of leftover yarn and I decided just to crank them, and they do semi-match because I did crank them in the same order of color. So these were from John's really tall boot socks. These were from John's orange and gray socks. This is Oink Pigment. This is a Croy. This is, I think, Mani Petty. And then I went back to that Patton's Croy. So this is a finished sock, but I didn't finish the other one because I wanted to show you. So, and I cranked too many rows. I think I need to go down to like, that first pair was 70, this is 65. I think I need to go down even more. And it depends on your tension on your machine. It depends on the yarn, the thickness of the yarn. So it's really a lot of factors. I put a call out to my knitting group here and I asked them, because I want more practice and I want more practice doing unknown sizes. So I was like, I need you to drop off yarn, sock yarn, and tell me what size your foot is. And then I'm going to attempt to make them socks just based off that. So, okay. Here is the second sock. The toe is not done. It reminds me of like those weird fish with the big fat lips. That's what it reminds me of. Or like, I don't know if it was black and white, the sand monsters from Beetlejuice. I'm not quite sure. All right, so the toe is not finished, obviously. This white is my waste yarn. Those are my live stitches. These are my live stitches. So what I was doing, I was taking a long circular needle, and on one needle, I was picking up the 32, these are 64, so 32 stitches on the top, 32 stitches on the bottom, and then Kitchenering off the needles. You don't have to do that. Oh my God, I did not know. I did not know. So you leave a very long tail, a long enough tail to Kitchener of your live yarn, your project yarn. You put your needle on it. Now, this one you can tell the difference because My live yarn is from this side. So you're gonna go to your first bump, the first bump on this side, to the neighbor. I think that's how she explained it, to the neighbor. So you're gonna take your needle down the first bump, up the second bump. Then you're gonna come back across to the side that it came from. Go down your first bump, up your second bump. Then you're gonna go back across to the neighbor. You're gonna go down bump 2 and up bump 3. Come across to the neighbor again, down bump 2, up bump 3. And you're gonna keep continuing in that fashion. Now, as that's getting closed up and you're going across, you're going, you know, and this section is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It's harder to kind of find these stitches. You have to make sure you use a good contrasting yarn. I know I'm telling you guys this and not everybody has a sock machine, but I found it so interesting that I could just Kitchener right off of the sock and not put it on needles. I was amazed. I did all of these that way. And you definitely need good light. I tried doing one in the dark and I was having, like in this room, it's pretty dark at night. I had to go in another room and put on a better light and do it. So I've been having a lot of fun on my machine. Hazel really wants a pair of socks off the machine. It's a 64 stitch. So she's tried on like these socks before, but I had her try on just a tube that I made with John's yarn, that green yarn, if you remember that from episodes past. And it kind of fit her. So I think if I use a thinner fingering weight sock yarn, and like I told you, you can adjust the tension. I adjust my tension to not as tight as you can get it, because then it's going to be hard to crank. Tighter. And then you can also make your tension tighter, your stitches tighter, by putting the heel spring on, which is part of the machine, which is what you use when you do your heels and toes. It's called the heel spring for a reason. But if you can crank socks tighter with the heel spring on, so I'm going to attempt to make her a hung hem, a tube, and a toe. And I'm not going to do, normally the toe I decrease down to like 14 stitches. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make it more round. I'm going to only decrease down to like, I don't even know how many stitches. I'm going to have to play around with it. But it won't be as many. So it'll be more of a blunt toe and it'll be more like a tube sock. So that's what I'm going to try. There's the troublemaker.
Hi. I gotta say, I don't know if you can tell from this video, but my wife's excitement over learning little things here and there on her sock machine is infectious. I got pinned it to a corner yesterday for about 15 minutes. I tried to get out and was like, I'm busy. I got 43 things that I need to do. And she was like, but let me tell you more. She was like,
and I didn't show him the Russian join. Hold on.
The Russian join.
I didn't show him. I forgot. Okay, so let me just turn this sock inside out. So
you go.
I know. Okay, so you can see there's like little tiny, well, maybe you can't. There's little tiny clipped ends here. This is where this color joined to that color. So you do have a couple stitches that are double. Like you can maybe see that these are more bumpy looking. There's 2 stitches that were on that needle at a time. So it's a little bit thicker there because of the Russian join, but it was amazing. And then here's another one where the Russian join was.
Did you tell them about your next venture?
What's my
that
next
you
one?
Told me about?
I don't remember. What am I doing?
You are going to be trying to do solid colors so that you can make my bobos.
Yeah, so I want to do a solid color sock, a tonal sock, all one color, have some stripes of a color, and then the heel and the toe be that same solid color of whatever the stripes are.
But then you decided you were going to try to make me my bobos. Do y'all know what bobos are?
That is like a bobo, right?
No, the bobos don't have different color heels.
Well, I was going to. I thought it'd be fun. Oh, you don't want that? Okay.
I don't know if y'all had Bobos ever. Do you remember the commercial? You want to sing the commercial?
I don't remember the commercial. I don't.
Bobos, they make your feet feel fine. Bobos, they're just $1.99.
No, I never heard that before.
Like the.
So they're mostly a plain like basketball sock with some stripes at the top.
With the 2 stripes on the top. I used to wear those like pretty much only.
But they're hard to find now.
No, you can go to that one place.
Zoomies.
No.
Journeys.
Yes. And they usually have them, but they're ridiculous.
Expensive.
They're not $1.99 anymore.
Yeah.
You get like 3 pairs for like
$20
or something like that. But
well, do you want white?
Not really.
So solid color and some
get,
stripes.
If I'm gonna get
handmade socks,
get custom Bobos, I feel like I need to make
custom colors.
Custom colors.
Oh God. All right.
I feel like I'm dying to use my bugs, so I think I want cochineal stripes.
On what color?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
I don't want to do black and red, and then somebody's like, lift up your pants, and then they think I'm representing the Crips or something.
Okay. All right. There's my sock stories. Bye. Okay, so I started closing that up, and I thought I would show you guys. So I started on this end. So it looks funny because, like, there's your 2 stitches that are being seamed together, right? And you open up I call it the fish mouth because it reminds me of. But there is your line of stitches. If I stick my finger in here, there you go. So I'm going to speed up, put some music, and I'm going to show you guys closing this. Closed up. I don't know if that video was really great. I might end up taking it out so you won't see a video of me finishing, but it's very hard to get to these last stitches. So now the fun part is I tuck this as best I can so it doesn't get in my way into the little mouth there. Now it doesn't really go in. everybody. Today is January 15th and it's Friday. I am so engrossed in my knitting machine right now, and I've been watching so many videos on Sock TV. And I was looking at these tubes that I had cranked when I first got my machine. I was so excited, I just cranked all these tubes, and now I don't want to add all these heels and toes and all that stuff. So I think I'm gonna be ripping them out. I know it seems like a waste. So I have Patton's Croy. This is the blue striped rag, and I have two of those, but this one is on like a snake because there's two. So, and then I have two separate tubes of the Patton's Croy in this one, which is Route 66. So I think I'm gonna be ripping these out. Brought my drill up before work and some extra cones. I'm gonna try to get them on these cones to try to relax them. They've been in tubes for a while, so they're gonna be a little kinky and whatnot from being knit up. So, yeah. I feel like I should maybe skein them up actually and re-wash them, because I did crank one sock straight from an already knitted tube, and I feel like it's a little bigger than it should be because of the kinkiness making the stitches probably a little bit longer. So maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll actually skein these up and like dampen them. Get those fibers nice and loose again. Decisions now. Well, now I'm gonna have coffee. And I made myself, there's yogurt in here, I promise. It's yogurt, granola, chia seeds, nuts, and apples cut up. So yeah, I promise there is yogurt. See, it's on my spoon. Breakfast. It is Saturday, let's round up this video. So I have a 3-day weekend. So that's cool. I sent pictures to the commission lady. She seems pretty happy. There's a Zoom baby shower today, so she's not sure if she wants to show the pictures or it still be a surprise, so she asked me to send pictures. I'm about 50% done, so I'm going to show you guys that first. This again is, I'm using Bernat Softy Baby Cotton in 3 different colors, and it's crochet, and it's the Rugged Ripple. Can't remember the person's name, but it'll be down below. I wove in all my ends so far, and I can't see them. I was afraid I hate weaving in ends in crochet. I've had bad luck of them coming out. I've had bad luck of you just seeing them and it doesn't look right. So I did weave in my ends. So maybe on video we'll see if you can see them or not. So I am here. I am on this. This is the top. This is the bottom. There's where I started. Rugged Ripples. And all my ends are woven in on this side. Can you see them? I don't think so. All right, well, I'm about 20 inches tall. It ended up being more than 30 when I cast it on. It's like 34, 36, but I'm about 50% done, so that makes me really happy. I am logging my hours so I can see how long it takes me to make this, just because I'm curious. So there it is, folded in half. Crochet. I am really loving crochet. Again, I mean, obviously, you know, you get in spurts and you do something, you're like, oh, I love it. And I've been wanting to make this crochet cardigan with like scraps. It's a fingering weight. I can't remember the name of it. I'll find a picture and I'll post a picture of it here. I'm pretty sure I saw it on The Fat Squirrel Speaks. I think she made it. And I was like, favorited it right away. Or it's in my queue actually. I need to go through my queue on Ravelry. Do you guys use your queue? I use my queue. I put things in there that I think I really, really want to make, and I favorite stuff that is in, like, I like it, but I'm not sure if it's like, I'm gonna cast it on right away. So I put this stuff in my queue, which has like 80 something, so I really need to clean it up, of things that I really, really want to make, and that's in there. Excuse my child drinking milk in one of those bowls with the straw in it. She's all slurpy. I finished the back flap sleeper. This was by Simply Sycamore. I'm going to tell you all the details. I made the newborn size. And I bought this yarn. It's Knit Picks Daydream. It's a DK weight. It calls for a DK. And this is 142 yards for 50 grams. And it's 69% alpaca, 24% nylon, and 7% merino wool. So, I used the steam setting on my iron, and I did not block the whole thing. I just blocked the butt flap part because it curled, because it's stockinette, and I now have all the buttons sewn on. So, here's what the yarn looked like. This is how much I have left. I have no clue what I'm going to do with this. I actually might send it to my sister-in-law to weave with, because I'm not sure what else I'm going to do with it. Could you tell there was a pause there? I had to rapidly pause my phone. I think I was saying I might send this to my sister-in-law to weave with. She did, and I sent her a picture of the yarn I spun, and she said yes, she will take that too. She has not done much with her weaving, but yeah. I don't know what else, or I'll keep it in my stash because I have weaving looms, so I don't know. Figure it out. All right, ready? Look how cute these little feet are. I know I've showed the feet before, but look how cute they are. And boop! A butt flap. It is still curling a little. But I think once it's on the baby and stretched and pulled like that, it's not gonna curl. Because, you know, their butts stick up and whatnot. I'm very happy with this. I think it turned out really cute. So now I have to get those other blankets and this to the photographer. And I will make sure, I want to get some, hopefully she'll use this in her next session that she has. She has some coming up, she said, that she'll use it and we'll get some pictures and I'll just like blur baby faces out or whatever. So freaking cute. All of the Simply Sycamore stuff is really adorable. So super cute. And not super expensive. I think the pattern was $7-ish. So I don't think that was terrible at all. So there we go. All right, that is everything. I told you guys all I want to do is crank socks. And now with this done, and then the commission, that's really all I have going on. I casted on a cow a while ago that I'm not going to finish. I'm going to end up ripping that out. And other than, so I don't have anything else. So I just don't know. I just have too many ideas in my head that I'm not sure where I want to go next. Like, I want to obviously keep practicing on my sock machine and making more. But there's like sweaters I want to make. There's so many things. And like John's yarn that he dyed, I want to like cast that on. I want to make something with that. Like, I want to use all 3 blue skeins for myself and make a sweater. But I feel like that's just selfish. We'll see. I don't know. So right now, I'm kind of just stuck and I'm not sure going forward what I'm going to have to show you guys. So it'll just be a surprise. Yeah. And yeah. Other than that, we haven't been watching much on TV, except for I finished the Leah Remini Scientology show. That was 3 seasons. I watched The Ripper, which is about the serial killer in the UK in the 70s. So I watched that series on Netflix. And now, of course, I'm watching the Night Stalker series. John is frightened for his life. I love true crime. I read so many true crime books when I was younger, like so many. It's probably really bad. I used to have to stop, like, and give myself breaks, because I would have terrible nightmares and dreams. They're not really dreams, they're nightmares. Yeah, so I'm sure this is just like a kick I'm on right now, and I'll get off of it maybe. I don't know. You know, there's only so many documentaries and stuff on Netflix anyway, but this was like a new one. And everybody's talking about Bridgerton, and I don't think John's interested at all, so I might have to start watching that. If you guys have any recommendations for shows, always leave them below. That'd be amazing. Because John and I are watching the Great British Baking Show from the beginning, because he didn't see the beginning episodes, so I've seen them all, but I don't mind watching them again. And other than that, him and I together, we're kind of just waiting for seasons of the shows we have watched to come back, which might be a while because of COVID. So I don't know what's in our future for television watching or movie watching, and we haven't really watched any movies either, other than Soul, which was really good on Disney. But I think we said that in like the last episode. So now I'm just repeating myself. I'm good at that. Yeah. All right, well, until the next episode, because I'm just going to keep blathering on, and that's never good for the end of anything. So I guess we'll just be surprised at what I cast on or what I show you guys next. So until then, knit happy. Bye.